Hey, good morning. I'm Meteorologist Chita Craft. Okay, the radar, especially along the coast, is really filling in. So from Matagorda to Brazoria to Galveston County, and now even moving into portions of western Chambers County. So right now, we've got some moderate to even heavy rain right along the coast. I will say, though, only a couple lightning strikes. So really, lightning is not as much of a threat right now, but along the Gulf Freeway, if you're in League City, it is pouring. Areas like San Leon, Texas City, it is pouring over your area. Now, on the north side, we've actually got a flash flood warning for parts of Montgomery County. I'm going to zoom in a little bit tighter. This is just south of Conroe. The Woodlands and Woodlock are all areas that are under that flash flood warning. So again, notice the areas from Conroe to Pinehurst. That's where we're seeing that active warning. This is in effect until noon today. And notice the lightning count as well. So decent thunderstorms. If you're watching right now from the Woodlands to Conroe, all across Montgomery County, this has been an area near Woodlock that has seen on and off rain pretty much all morning long. Remember, we have a stalled out cold front, this stationary boundary that's helping to initialize some of these thunderstorms north of the city. And then we've got this Gulf tropical moisture that's what's moving in on the south side. What is really interesting, though, with this radar, it has left a big circle of dry air right over Harris County. So right around the loop, right across the Beltway, there's the big airport. It's still completely dry. We did see a few early passing showers near IAH, but really not anything. So if you're watching right now, and let's say you have a flight or somebody's flying in, right now the airport is A-OK. That could change though, I think, especially as we get closer into lunchtime. I think around noon inside the city, that's when we could be looking at some very heavy rain, what's basically moving in from the south. From Missouri City to Sugar Land to Greatwood, this is also an area that's picking up some heavy blinding rain. No lightning attached with it. We do not have any warnings. It's just the overall flood watch that's in effect. Okay, if you've been watching with me all morning long, this has stayed the same. If your last forecast was with our chief meteorologist, David Paul, last night, this increased. We are now at a 60% chance for this low turning into our first tropical depression or first tropical storm of the season. What we're going to be monitoring is as this low starts to move north along the Texas coastline, does the majority of the center of circulation stay on land and continue to rapidly, quickly move north? Or does it try to move back into the open waters of the Gulf? Can it stay there and sustain itself long enough where then we would start to see it gain some intensification? This evening, hurricane hunters are expected to fly and investigate that low. So think this evening and then again probably for tomorrow morning. So we'll have a better handle on that, I think, over the next 24 hours. So far, the spaghetti plots, they're split just like our models. They're giving you the information as best that they can. At this point, again, we don't know if that's going to stay a little more on land or shift a little more offshore. Galveston is just wet and messy. That's Seawall Boulevard. Look at all the kick-up spray behind those cars as they move off Seawall Boulevard. Really elevated surf. It's really choppy out in Galveston right now. Otherwise, across the city, this is the Gulf Freeway heading into downtown. You're dry. You're still tracking dry roads. IH, dry right now, no active. Oh, there's a plane landing. So you can see airport still looking good. This is a live view from St. Thomas heading into downtown. Not too bad. So again, across the city, you're good. It's just that rain that's moving in from the coast. I think the better chance for rain across the city will be approaching lunchtime today. So 11 noon to 1 o'clock, and that's probably when we'll pick up the most accumulation. I think on average about 1 to 2 inches of rain, but there's still going to be an off chance today of these isolated accumulations that could be 3+, and that's where the highest flood threat, that's where our high water spots are expected. We just can't take on that much rain. Notice the moderate flood risk, that's your level 3, shaded there in red. That includes most of all of our counties from Harris County and south of, including Fort Bend, Wharton, Liberty, cuts off extreme southeast Montgomery County as well. Now, as I take this into future motion for tomorrow, for your Wednesday, notice this still pretty much keeps Harris County and Fort Bend under that level 3 threat. And then it shifts a little further east. So still tomorrow for our Wednesday, I would say the highest flood threat potentially is along the coast and areas just east of the city. But this is something that we're going to be watching all day. We have meteorologist Ken Castro in-house, and then our chief meteorologist David Paul will be in later this evening. Right now, we're going to keep this weather impact alert through Thursday. I still think the chance for high water spots will continue. If that low stays mainly onshore, it's going to move really quickly, and I think that'll lower the overall flood threat for Thursday. If that low moves offshore and it has a little bit more time to gain strength and intensification, that's when I think high water spots may still be problematic on Thursday. So again, next 3 days, we are under this tropical air mass. It's really difficult to pinpoint exactly who will see the most rain. But of course, each hour we're going to keep you posted right here. So stay with us throughout the day.